Hey guys, Barrett here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about smashing. Now, everyone loves smashing. There's nothing better than an explosive, juicy smash that's right up in your smash zone. It feels so good. Everyone loves it. But throughout today's video, I'm going to try to convince you to think of a smash not in terms of power, but in terms of control and in terms of positioning. And I'm going to show you a ton of footage of me out on the court so I can actually show it to you. I'm going to talk about some really common mistakes and talk about some common setups and stuff like that. So the first thing that I want to talk about in terms of really taking control of your smashes is footwork. Footwork is a really big deal. Now check out this clip. One of the big things about footwork is that you have to get your body in position for the smash before you actually start swinging. If you're trying to get in position and swing at the same time, it can be really difficult to do and it's really easy to mess up. So check this out. Notice how the first thing I do is get in position. Once I see the ball go up, I have to get my feet in position first. I'm not one of these people that can do two things at once. Notice how I get my feet in position and then I smash the ball. That's a really common thing to do when it comes to smashing. If your footwork is messed up and your positioning is messed up in terms of your body, it's going to make that smash really difficult. The other thing is that when a ball is coming to the center of your body, it can be really hard to smash like this. I mean, it's right over your head. Not only that, but because of the way the wrist break works, that angle can go straight down into the net when you're going like this, right? Whereas if the ball is coming to your center, you shuffle over first and then you smash, you're gonna have a lot more shallow angle and you're gonna be a lot more accurate. So when it comes to smashing, footwork is the number one thing to really keep in mind. You want to get your body in position first before you go for it. So the other thing that I want to talk about is how much power do you actually need to make a smash effective? I think this is really interesting. Some people, when they smash the ball, they try to do it as hard as humanly possible. Now I know it's fun, but the problem with smashing the ball as hard as you can is that typically, not always, but typically you lose a lot of accuracy and you lose a lot of control over your shot. Remember, when you have the opportunity to smash the ball, you really want to make it count. And the way you make it count is by smashing a ball that is impossible for your opponent to get. Now, sometimes power is a big part of that, of course. If it's going fast enough, they're not going to be able to get it. But the bigger thing is positioning, right? Where you smash the ball on the court is much more devastating, right, than just pure raw power. So think of power as a threshold, okay? Depending on the opponents that you're playing against, smash as much as you think you need to for power, right? So if I'm playing against two people my age, two guys my age who are really strong and fit, I probably need to smash pretty hard, maybe like 90% power, right? The remaining is going to be focused more on positioning. So I want to try to instill this into your mind, sort of try to convince you of this, that smashes don't need to be 100% powerful. They just need to be good enough to trick your opponent up and to make them not get the ball. All right, so check out this clip of me smashing with my partner. I see the ball go up, I get my footwork ready in position, and then I make a nice controlled stroke. Nothing crazy, nothing powerful, but the angle was so good that there was no way he was going to get it. If I had smashed that ball any harder, I have the risk of not only hitting it out, but hitting into the net. And that's not what you want. Smashing is to win the rally, and when you win the rally with smashes, it's typically with positional advantage, not just with raw power. Okay, so one of the most common mistakes I see when it comes to smashing, especially at the net, is there's a lot of kitchen rule breaking and stuff like that, but the big one is what we call the schmink. So if you've never heard of the schmink, it's basically halfway between a dink and a smash. So you're trying to dink it over and you're trying to smash it at the same time, but it just ends up being horrible and it goes into the net. One of the most common ways I see this is when a floater is coming over or a third shot drop is coming over, and instead of just either backhand punching it back to the player at the baseline, people will instead lean over and try to smash it like that. And when you're doing that, look at the angle of the paddle going straight down. And if you're having to reach, you're going to smash it right into the net. And so this is why I have this little mantra that I tell people, which is live to dink another day, right? Sort of like live to fight another day. I call it live to dink another day. If you can't smash it over and you think it's looking kind of sketchy and you don't want to take the risk, then don't take the risk, right? Let it bounce or let it just collide lightly with your paddle if you can't let it bounce, and live to dink another day. Another opportunity will come up in the future and you will be able to get it. Now, if you think you can get the floater, the high third shot drop, then instead of getting all wristy with your stroke, right, try to push the paddle with your smash instead. So instead of getting all wristy with it, try to push the paddle instead. That makes the angle go straight towards your opponent instead of going down. That will enormously increase your accuracy and it will help you to not hit the ball into the net all the time. Now, there are a lot of things that you can do to sort of instigate a smashing scenario. We call these setups. So I only had one person out with me out on the courts, my friend Ben, and so I couldn't really show you like a 4-player sort of scenario, but this is a really common thing to see when you're cross-court dinking the ball back over. Keep in mind, he can get all these just fine. We were just, exaggerating this just for, instructional purposes. But when you get a really, really nasty cross-court dink like that to someone's backhand, sometimes they accidentally pop it up. And when they pop it up, that's a really, really good opportunity to smash the ball back over. Now, the other thing is that if you're on the left side of the court like this, like I am, get ready for it, right? Almost expect that he's going to pop the ball back up. That way, your feet will be ready and your smashes will be even more devastating. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. If you liked the video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe down below. If you didn't like it, please tell me why. Your feedback is really, really essential to what I'm doing here at Pickleball Kitchen. And of course, you can go to my website, pickleballkitchen.com, for more free info. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Hope it was helpful. I'll see you next time.